All right, welcome back. We we still have Mom and baby Michelle in the picture here, and Mom's been telling about. Well, we just heard about delivering this bouncing baby girl, and then Mom and her man pooled their money and bought a car and started to head out west. Take it from there, Mom.
Yes, we did.
Where's the first place you
And
went from New York? Where's your first stop?
oh gosh, from New York, where did we stop?
The reason I ask you is because there's a segment that I did with Dad.
Oh, he knows.
He mentioned something, and I'm just going to see if you remember it. I'm not going to bring it up here. I'm going to see if you remember it.
Oh wow, boy. Off the top of my head right now, I don't remember how far we
He
got.
said there was something that was very coincidental. I guess. Okay, I guess I'm going to say it. You guys, there were relatives of his side of the family.
Oh, we went to Pennsylvania or
Yep,
Portage.
yep.
That's where we went. That's right, we did. Oh, and Bubba, his grandma or great grandma or
His grandma, my great grandma. Yeah.
yeah, we did. We stopped to see them. I do remember now. See? He's going to remember things that
Yep.
I forgot.
This is
But it was
working out
his
well.
family.
Yep.
It was his family. So he's going to remember. Yeah,
Right.
we did. Yeah, we did. Oh, my goodness. They were, what, Slovakian or whatever their heritage. But boy, did they fuss and fawn all over this baby.
Mm.
Yeah, they loved it. Having a new baby there.
That
Yeah, it was a
you'll listen to Dad's. I think it's probably not the next segment you listen to, but one of this coming up this week. Uh, he says it was like his cousin or somebody was getting married, and it just so happened you guys drove into town right around the time, like the weekend of the wedding, and it was turned into a big family reunion. So the timing of everything, of you guys leaving and happening to show up,
showing up.
he said it was just coincidental. It was not planned, but
No, he didn't call ahead or
yeah,
anything, and say we're on our way.
he just showed
Yeah,
up.
we just showed up. Here we were, a birth and a
I'm
wedding.
I'm related to you. Hi. I'm hanging out with my wife and kid.
Yeah, surprise. Oh gosh.
I never got to meet any of those relatives. Those are all
Oh, you never did.
my grandfather's brothers and sisters. Like he was one of 10 or 11, and so that generation, I never got to meet them. At least they met Michelle.
Yeah, right. They may even have taken pictures.
Oh,
They
somebody's got them
from,
somewhere.
they may have. They were that
Well,
kind
it
of.
was a wedding, so I imagine there were lots of people taking pictures.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hmm. All right.
So anyway,
After that, you did a
oh
tour of the Americas, of North America, or of the states.
yeah, and don't ask me, which interstate we took or any of that, but it was your dad knew the Southwest really, really well. Of course, he traveled his whole growing up time
Yep.
because of his dad being in the military, but
Yep.
so he knew the Southwest really, really well, and he made sure to visit a lot of the state national parks
Hmm.
along the way. That was really special for me
Do you
because
remember them? Do you remember any of them?
Monument Valley, and we went to
Where's that? Where's Monument Valley?
it's in Colorado or Idaho or New Mexico. I was gonna try to Google map, the national parks and have all these written down for you.
That's
And
right.
of course, I didn't do that. But
Must
Monument
crush
Valley.
candy. Must crush candy. Sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, all right. Um, so the Grand Canyon, we went there, and when we got to Arizona, we went to the crater, wherever that is. Winslow? Is it Winslow? I'm not sure where it is. That nice crater where the meteorite hit the Earth.
I've been there on some trip. We went there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I really, really enjoyed this trip. I fell in love immediately with the Southwest. I still love it. It still feels like home to me. It's just special.
The vistas and landscapes are just incredible, like breathtaking.
The what?
The landscapes, the vistas, it's just breathtaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to see it.
Yep.
I mean, you really have to see it. Pictures don't do it.
Mm-mm.
And a lot of people say, well, why would you want to go live in a desert? Boy, you don't know. You don't know what you're talking about. So anyway, we made our way and made it to Tucson. And Michelle traveled really well. It was a good idea to get a station wagon, too. She traveled really well that way.
Nice. So,
Plenty of room.
your parents' reaction to Dad was one way. So how was Dad's parents or father's reaction to you?
Oh, his dad really, really liked me. His dad was excited, happy. Of course, he was happy about his granddaughter, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's his first grandchild, actually. In this case,
yeah.
he became a grandfather for the first time.
Right. His dad and I got along instantly, really, really well, and it was mutual. I don't know, there was just something about him. He was easy to talk to. He made me feel comfortable, right away. Welcome and comfortable, and mi casa, su casa.
Well, he was a college professor. He was used to talking to people your age.
It probably had a lot to do with it. He taught young people all of adult life practically. So, that was one of his characteristics that worked out well.
Yeah.
He had more trouble dealing with his own children than he did with me, that's for sure.
Did you meet all of them?
I did. I met all of them. I'm thinking your Aunt Kay wasn't living at home, and I don't believe Marcy was either at that time.
Gotcha.
They both had boyfriends they were living with. So it was just the two boys. Bart and Joe were still living at home.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a huge house there in Tucson. It was a nice house, ranch-style home, and so there was plenty of room. And we had lots of room to move around with the baby. Have our own room.
And
Marcy and Kay came over a lot. They would spend a lot of time over at the house. They wanted to see that baby.
And their mom had passed away like a year prior?
Yeah. Just about a year.
Got it.
Yeah. But he had remarried by that time.
Yeah.
When we got there, he had remarried. And, of course, she was living there.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was just a good time. I remember being a good time.
And then when we talked about this before, you mentioned something that happened while you guys were there about an opportunity that Dad and one of his brothers, they took you along.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Your dad and his brother, they answered a casting call that came out one time in the paper. And when they saw what it was for, they jumped on it. They went to this casting call and came back and said, well, okay, we have a job. We're going to be extras in a movie. We have to go to Guaymas, Mexico for this. So we loaded up the station wagon and off we went to Guaymas, Mexico. They were filming Catch 22 down there.
The adventure continues.
Location.
Yeah.
And so we got down there and they had packed up an army tent, a big old army tent, and we pitched that tent on the beach. and that's where we stayed while they went to work every day as extras in the movie Catch-22.
You hung out on the beach all day while they went and stood around and waited
Oh,
for.
I was in heaven. I was in heaven. Your sister was such an easy baby. She was so easy. She didn't give me, 1 second of grief.
So this picture that I have must be around that time you had gone to Tucson. So this picture is either taken before you went to Mexico with her or after. So this is right around that period then.
How old does she appear to be?
She looks between. She could be 6 months old. She could be 10 months old in this picture.
Is she standing up?
It looks like your hands are under her arms. She's got a big smile. Looks like you're holding her up, and her legs are probably a little wobbly.
Oh. Okay. Well, she had to be, I don't know, 5 months old. 4 or 5 months old by then.
All right.
I'm guessing. I don't have the picture in front of me.
So it was pretty soon after you got to Tucson that you went down to Mexico to be in the movies.
Yes. To be in the movies.
Did you hear what happened to their part? Did you ever see that movie?
I did see the movie, and it was, of course, so long ago.
Did you meet the actors? Did you meet the actors while you were there?
I did. They had a cast party after they finished filming.
Mm.
And they still needed the extras there until they finished filming.
Right.
And they threw a cast party, and we were all invited. I could even go, they said, so of course I went.
Heck yeah.
And I met Richard Benjamin. He was one of a co-star.
Yep, one of the stars.
Yeah, and he was married to Paula Prentice at the time. Met her, and did a little stargazing at the party.
Starstruck.
Starstruck.
Do you
And then.
Go ahead.
Oh, well, of course, it was after they, wrapped up filming and had their guest party. We all packed up and headed back to the States. And that was that.
So Dad said that their part got cut out of the movie completely.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yep, they ended up on the cutting room floor, as they say. But they got an all expenses 1 month pay to hang out in Mexico. So.
Right. And I enjoyed that. I'd never been to Mexico, of course.
There you go.
That was fun.
All right, we're gonna wrap this segment up here. But in the next segment, you had mentioned a concert that you went to, and I still wasn't in the picture, or was I during this concert? That's a tease for the next segment. Why don't you send us off with a word of wisdom, Mom?
A word of wisdom? Oh, okay. I have one right here.
Oh,
you
perfect.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm full of wisdom.
Was that your word of wisdom? I'm full of wisdom.
No. That's not it.
Before you give this word of wisdom, I'm just going to remind, if you were entertained by this at all, encouraged by this, or you think somebody else might benefit from this content, pass it on. Forward. I hate to do this self-promotion stuff, but I'm going to do it a little bit because we do have an audience. If you've watched this far, you are our audience, and our audience can expand if you send it to somebody that you think might like it. But most of all, just subscribe and send it. All right, go ahead, Mom. Word of wisdom.
All right, here's the words of wisdom from Miracle Mom to all of you. During times of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act.
Whoa!